Good evening and welcome to the 12th Annual Green Tie Gala. Your presence this evening conveys your commitment to serving those among us who live on the margins of our communities. Catholic Charities continues to be a beacon of hope for our brothers and sisters in Christ and has served thousands of individuals through multiple social service programs for more than 109 years. Tonight we honor the amazing dedication of some of our most ardent supporters who exemplify Catholic Charities' commitment to service in our community. First, we recognize Sister Betty Kehoe as the 2022 Green Tie Ambassador. Sister Betty began her 30-year career in Catholic schools, first as a teacher, then as a principal. After earning a master's degree in counseling, she was hired in 1990 as the first full-time counselor at Catholic Charities. Beyond her role as a counselor, Sister Betty charged herself with setting up a chapel for weekly Mass, organizing the May crowning each year, and she selected and printed the hymns for more than 20 years. Sister Betty worked for Catholic Charities for 30 years before retiring, and still volunteers weekly at the Sanctuary Women's Day Shelter. In Sister Betty, Catholic Charities is honored to have had both a religious sister and a therapist to help so many clients connect to their faith. She serves them with great enthusiasm and an abundance of support and wisdom.
Sister Betty has been at Catholic Charities for many years before I ever showed up in 2012, and she was well known to the staff at St. Joseph's Counseling, and more importantly to the many clients we served throughout the Archdiocese, but especially at our Sanctuary Women's Development Center. Sister Betty was present to those women right where they are. Congratulations, Sister Betty, on a very well-deserved award, and my prayer, my thought, my hope is that as you watch this video and see the great work of Sister Betty, that you in the audience may be inspired also to contribute your gifts and your love and your support to the same women so that they may know love, compassion, and hope for a brighter future. God bless you.
Sister Betty has dedicated over 30 years with Catholic Charities, counseling clients and mentoring staff. For those who know her, you've experienced how her gentle approach draws you in and immediately gives you a feeling of comfort and safety. It's not unusual for counseling staff to receive calls from former clients. They want to see her again or refer a friend or a family member. They recall fond memories and words she imparted to them, and how they continue to use the same assuring words during tough times. I've had the privilege of being by her side since the beginning, seeing her in action as she served others and shaped many aspiring counselors take their first steps into the profession, myself included. She's also created an essence of sorts within the counseling staff, that of which is difficult to describe, but my best attempt at it is to say that she's created a kinship amongst our team, a tie that has nothing to do with blood relation, but everything to do with relationship. Sister Betty honors who we are and gives us hope for tomorrow. She helps us feel the love of Christ. Her profound joy that she feels caring and saving and serving others is contagious and an inspiration. Congratulations, and thank you, Betty. We love you.
Sister Betty, I am so grateful that I was invited to speak this evening. I elected to reach out to those whom you have stayed connected over the many years. Yes, those who have been fondly called the Lunch Bunch, a group that you are a part of with past Catholic Charity employees who meet regularly for lunch to celebrate the recent birthdays. Let me share the words they gave to me to celebrate you tonight. Sister Betty generously expresses the best qualities of life, a calm, reassuring, insightful presence that fully cherishes and celebrates the very essence of a person's spirituality and being. Sister Betty allows me to feel totally accepted and liked by her, even though we don't share the same beliefs or religion. Many words come to mind, but to sum it up, Sister Betty is genuinely kind. And when she's listening to you, she is doing and thinking nothing else except listening to you. She has a wisdom resulting from much prayer and reflection. We know we are the recipients of this friendship, especially as described in the book of Ecclesiasticus. A faithful friend is a sure shelter, Whoever finds one has found a rare treasure. A faithful friend is something beyond price. There is no measuring her worth, and we are confident in knowing that your clients at Catholic Charities and Sanctuary have also been the recipients of the same kind of friend. Congratulations and thank you.
Greetings, everyone. I am honored and grateful to be the Green Tie Gala ambassador for this year. Having worked at Catholic Charities as a counselor for most of my 32 years in Oklahoma, you can imagine that I've had a strong attachment to the mission of Catholic Charities. When the Sanctuary for Homeless Women was initiated, I was asked to spend some of my time being a presence for these women. As time went on, I realized that they too were women of visitation to me. The barriers separating us in so many ways gave way to the connections and desires we all have. The Archdiocese, the clergy, board members, directors of Catholic Charities, as well as many employees and volunteers have paved the way for this special evening. Last but far from least, each of you, by consistently supporting Catholic Charities and by attending this event, are a major piece of hope and salvation. The sanctuary could not do so much amazing work without your support. Thank you for being here this evening, and may God bless you for your kindness and generosity.
And this time we're going to welcome, acknowledge, and really thank Infectious Disease Consultants of Oklahoma City as our 2022 Green Tie Gala Mosaic Award winner. In this time of pandemic, in this time of service through difficult circumstances, which all of you have experienced, whether you're an educator, whether you're a business person, whether you're here at Catholic Charities, we had to serve women who had no place else to go during the pandemic. Well, guess who was there with us all throughout the way? That's Infectious Disease Consultants. They brought their van out numerous times, not only to our Catholic Charities building and to take care of staff, but also all the clients that visit us on Classen Boulevard. But they would take that van wherever it was needed. So I hope, like me, you were inspired by the work of Infectious Disease Consultants of Oklahoma City and their work serving the community alongside Catholic Charities. And perhaps you tonight will join us in that service to give women and children facing homelessness the brighter future they deserve. Thanks again.
The 2022 Mosaic Award recipient is a company which has been leading Oklahoma in health and public safety the past 2 years. Infectious Disease Consultants of Oklahoma City, led by Dr. David Chansolme, has become a champion for underserved areas of our community who need assistance accessing information and care regarding COVID-19. Tonight we honor the hard work and dedication of the staff who have worked tirelessly to put others before themselves. Along with Dr. Chansolme, we recognize members of his dedicated clinic staff, Brittany Siraj, Bianca Perez, Beth Rowell, and Bobby Luce, who recognize the humanity of the poor and break down barriers to extend a helping hand to those in need. These public servants have brought help and hope to Catholic schools and parishes and have assisted many men and women experiencing homelessness and poverty in our city, most especially through Sanctuary Women's Development Center.
Dr. David Chansolme and his staff at the Infectious Disease Consultants of Oklahoma City have been a major resource for our women at Sanctuary Women's Development Center. Being homeless presents many obstacles. They often don't have access to medical care or the means to financially get the medical attention they need and deserve. As you can imagine, this became challenging during the pandemic. Throughout the past year, the staff from Infectious Disease Consultants of Oklahoma City came to Sanctuary regularly in their mobile unit, the Lean Mean Vaccine Machine. They did a phenomenal job answering questions our clients had about the vaccine and making sure they were comfortable throughout the process. Because of their help and service, most of our clients are now fully vaccinated. This has been a huge asset to us. Whether it's the heat of the summer or the cold of the winter, they have reliably shown up to help those less fortunate. Dr. David Chansolme and his staff provided a level of service and care that has helped protect these women throughout the pandemic, which in turn has also protected our staff. They have aided us immensely in helping us navigate this pandemic with the utmost patience and understanding. We always strive to meet women where they are in life, and that's exactly what Dr. Chansolme and his staff have done. For that, we are incredibly grateful.
When I think about Dr. Chansolme and his staff, a famous quote by Mr. Rogers comes to mind. In bad times, always look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping. In August, my good friend Vicki Rankin and I, together with the Oklahoma Nurses Association, talked about the need for COVID vaccine clinics in underserved communities. That evening, I saw a news story about Dr. Chansolme and his lean, mean vaccine machine. He started the vaccine machine in hopes of reaching people who were unable to get the vaccine due to transportation issues or limited resources. I called and spoke with Brittany, who is in charge of coordinating and supervising mobile clinics in the community. I asked if they would partner up with us at Catholic Charities and Fiestas Patrias Festival, and without hesitation, she said, "Let's do it." They showed an incredible amount of courage putting themselves in the path of the virus and sacrificing time away from their families on weekends. Brittany mentioned that they visited the Women's Sanctuary every Friday to administer vaccines. One can only imagine how frightening and traumatic it must be for these women to be thrust into a life-altering situation, especially during a pandemic. You never really know the true impact you have on those around you, how kindness and compassion can really turn someone's life around. Dr. Chansolme, Brittany, and staff, thank you for your service to humanity and for being the light in a time of darkness for our community. Congratulations on such a well-deserved honor.
I'm Brittany Siraj. I work at Infectious Disease Consultants of Oklahoma City with Dr. David Chansolme. He had the vision of the Lean Mean vaccine machine that we needed to start taking the vaccine to people instead of people coming to the vaccine. When we were first invited to the sanctuary, it was Queen for a Day about a year ago. The women were outside playing bingo, they were winning prizes, there was women inside getting their hair done, their nails done, they were getting new dresses and clothes, just making them feel really good about themselves. We started just offering vaccines to people, starting to try to mingle with them. And I quickly realized you can't just walk up to them and offer them a vaccine. When we started coming here, we were only coming twice a month on a Friday. And we had created some friendships with some of the ladies. When we'd pull up, they'd come out and talk with us. We had this one lady in particular who never would take the vaccine from us, but she'd always want to come out and talk to us. And one Friday she came and told us that she had some friends that were really sick and had somebody die that she knew of COVID. I said, are you ready to take the vaccine today? And she was ready. So we went over, we gave her a big hug, and we just held her hand and vaccinated her. It was a really important day that day because we didn't just vaccinate her, we also created that bond and that friendship with her. We decided we needed to start coming here every Friday because there was a need. There was lots of women we were missing in between those Fridays that we were not here. We reached out to Rachel at the sanctuary to let her know that I felt that there was a bigger need to come every Friday versus twice a month. We started coming here every Friday at the sanctuary. We've created those bonds, those relationships. It has taught us so much on how to just approach the women and talk with them and just listen. We are so thankful and grateful for the things that this has taught us in coming to the sanctuary and what we've been able to do to serve the sanctuary as a whole with the vaccines.
Please join me in welcoming Catholic Charities Executive Director Patrick Raglow to present these well-deserved awards.